Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Woohoo, TGIF. This is Cheryl Lentz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Doing my follow-up Friday, revisiting some of the things that we looked at on Tuesday. So I'm hoping some people will join me here today. If you join me, let me know you're here. Give me a wave, talk to me, chat a bit. If you're watching, rewatching on the YouTube channel, chat up. I was really happy I got to get a little note from a nice lady in Southwest Florida. So it was really fun to see who's watching and where everybody is and, you know, what they think. So I appreciate that. So if you're joining me, let me know. We're going to do the follow-up on our July paper pumpkin, which was, the theme was summer nights. I have new nails today. Hello, Cindy. I'm so happy that you're here. So the theme was summer nights, which on some of the cards, I have, I think, like 12 cards that I've made so far. I still have leftover supplies. Oh, you're waving. I should wave. Can I wave? There we go. I waved back. I made up 12 cards, 12 different cards, and I still have a ton of supplies. So I still have a lot from the add-on kit. You know, you could get an add-on kit that coordinated with this stamp set for $10, which was a great deal. 24 cards for 10 bucks with matching envelopes that are designed. And I have a little trick that we used to do a long time ago, and so I kind of revisited it with embossing. So I'm going to share that at the very end. So I will go ahead and turn the camera around. Hopefully we'll get some other people joining. Somebody else is here, but they didn't say anything. Talk to me. And I will show you, first I'll show you the original cards, and then I'll start showing you some of the other ones and what I did. And, you know, because I always have to tweak everything and put everything in a card. And, you know, I kind of change it up a little bit, but I hope that you enjoy that part of it. So I'm going to turn the camera around. There we go. You see all my embellishments. There we go. Sorry for the little bump in the road here. Okay, I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger. It's like swimming when I move it. It's like, woo. Come on. Here we go. Well, whoop. Oh, way too big. Okay. Little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I got it. I think that's good. So we'll try to see if that works. I know when I get up here, then I talk louder, so I'm so sorry. Okay. So we are talking about the July Summer Nights paper pumpkin, which is a wonderful little kit. Here are the original cards that we made. Ta-da. And the original little bag. So these were made according to the instructions from Stampin' Up! Except, I shouldn't say that because I lied. I lied to you now. Except that I couldn't just leave it on a postcard. So I put them on heavy white cardstock. So here's the original design on the front, right? And then here's my inside. So this little wisp here is supposed to be like the firefly, like a little, whoosh, you know, stream after the firefly, but I used it as a little hook to hook my light up there and put one of my little lanterns on there. So this one I love because I remembered Seattle and looking at the Ferris wheel, so that was one of my favorites. So this one again, I put on thick white cardstock and I just left it blank to write a little note of your own. And then this one, you light up my life. Very cool with the jar. And on this one, I just put some of the little fireflies in there. So that's the original. Okay, now let's show you what I did with some of them. What I did. So I also, on some of them, so here's the stamp set that you get, right? Look at all these cute little pieces. Here's the stamp set that you get with your paper pumpkin. I also paired up and used the stamp set from last month's paper pumpkin. Remember, that was the yellow box and it was all about sunshine. And I thought, this is lighting up your life. This is sunshine. Pretty close ideas. They can work together. So I did work them together on some of them. So let's see here. I'm going to start with, let's see here. I'll start with this one. So I'm just going to show you some of them that I did, right, that are a little bit different. What I first did, well, let me do this before let me get, I wrote out notes today. Now, if I would follow my notes, I would be doing quite well. So let's see. So my notes were, this is how I started deciding what I wanted to do. I pulled out all the cards that they gave us, and I pulled out the colors that coordinated with the pictures, with the printed patterns that we were given. So I had garden green, mint, macaroon, calypso coral, blackberry bliss. So those are the colors that I was playing with for that. Sorry, I think somebody called in. They don't know that I'm on. And then, of course, because I cut up all my, the card fronts, or a number of them I cut up. So when you cut them up, I cut them up 5 by 3 3/4, okay? So when I cut it off the base, I have this one little strip left. So on some of the cards I'll show you, I did cut off that strip and then used it in the inside of my cards, or I have this little other extra piece. So I kept all these extra pieces to use, and you can make more dies, more labels, right, with the piece that you're cutting off. This would be the back of the card. So those were the extra pieces, and this was the color palette that I was working with. So I'm gonna move that to the side. All right, and then let's get started here. Okay, so this one I left, this is one of the add-on kits. So I just kind of left it as is, and I put one of my favorite, the Artistry Blooms adhesive backed sequence, one of my very favorite new things, and I put that on the tail of my little fireflies so that when you move the card around, you kind of catch the light there. So I thought that was kind of cute. And then in the inside, You Are Loved, which is from last month's kit. So that's one of them. Here's another one, and I left this one whole. I didn't cut it up, but I did add in. So I love all these little, so I added little rhinestones in here and popped up my fireflies. I thought that was kind of fun. This one too, so I added these little sparkles in here, and I added 3. I always use like an uneven number. So I had 3 of the glitter stars that came with the kit. And this one I paired up Blackberry Bliss and the Calypso Coral. And then the smile is from last month's kit. Ta-da, You Are Loved. So that's 3. Okay, I have more. So here's another one. Here's some that I cut up. So this was the base of the original kit, right? It had those rounded corners. And so one other thing I want to point out. So here are little fireflies. When you get this stamp set, I was like, what is that? There's a tiny little piece right here. Tiny little piece. That tiny little piece is the light up tail on your firefly. So that's what that's for. So it's a little diamond, almost a little diamond shape. And I put that in with our bumblebee ink and made it light up. So there we go. This time I added some rhinestones. Let's get these. I think I showed you this one. Did I show you that one already? I'm not sure. Here again, I used my Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequence that have no holes. That's what I always say to the girls. They have no holes. I love that. And I left that one blank. Oh, that one's got to get fixed. I'll set that aside. I have to finish that one. Okay, so here comes the Ferris wheels. I love the Ferris wheels. So on this one, I chose to just stamp directly on the card front without bumping it up, but we also get these little punch-out stars. So I just popped those up to go with it, left it blank so you can write a nice little love note because you light up my life. So there you go. Here's another one. Here you're on the Ferris wheel watching fireworks go off. I love that. Love the shape of that. So this is very similar to the original. I just added in the snowflakes the fireworks, duh, and, you know, put it on the heavy white cardstock. Here I have a burst of fireworks in the inside, and I added another one of the stars from the front. So your card should look just as nice on the inside. It should have a special little thing on the inside too, besides your note if you're writing a nice note. This one I just loaded it up with the stars. This is their gold glimmer, and this is embossed with the gold too. So I thought, we'll just light it up and put that wonderful verse in the inside. So I thought that was kind of fun. So then we get to this one. So here is the paper bag. I cut it up. I mounted it on a piece of Blackberry Bliss. I stamped it and then added our stars to give it a little glitz. So I said, it's a party. On this little piece here, I used our gold pearls so that it would match the gold in the stars. So hopefully when I'm holding these, you guys are seeing them all. There we go. And then in the inside, I just did little corners with the fireworks. And then on that set, it has, you know, it's a party, you're invited, when, where, and RSVP. So I thought that was kind of cool. There we go. All right, and then on this one, I started playing with, these were sparklers, right? So I embossed them in silver, and I thought that looked kind of cool. I embossed this on silver, on the black, and it shows up really nice, kind of showy. And then in the inside, here's where I used one of those little strips again along the top of it, because I had it cut off from here, because this is 5 by 3 3/4, and it started out 5 1/2. So that little piece I cut off, I just put in the inside. Here we go. And then this one, I did a little more embossing, so you can see that some of the fireworks are embossed, but there are Blackberry Bliss. And then the words are embossed. So that's what I was going to talk to you about. And here, my little piece I cut off, I put in the inside. So that was one of these strips like this. And then I cut it off and used it here. So there we go. Ta-da. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about. This embossing here. So you can emboss with our ink, our Versamark, and here's my little die I'm going to emboss on. So this is the deal. You always have to follow the right steps, because otherwise your Versamark pad is going to have all kinds of classic ink colors on it. So you can do this little trick. I'm using clear embossing powder, and I'm stamping first, inking up first in the Versamark. Okay, so I go to Versamark and then into my ink pad. There we go. And then I'm going to stamp on my little tag here. There. Okay, cover these up so I don't get them out of my way here. And then I have clear embossing powder in my little bucket. I'm just going to scoop it up. Cover that. There we go. Give it another little shake down. I'm going to tap it all off, so all my extras off. That way when you put the heat tool on it, it doesn't blow powder all over the place. I'm going to put this on a piece of cardboard here so I don't melt I've done it before. I kind of melted my plastic piece here. And we're going to heat this up. So here we go. Here's my little heat tool. I get pretty close when I do mine. It looks kind of light now, but the minute it starts cooking and you're melting that powder, it will get darker. There we go. And then it's it reminds me of like water flowing. All of a sudden, it's just dark all over. So you can have an embossed image with any of our colors by doing this. Just remember that you always must stamp in the Versamark first, and then in the color that you want. Ta-da! So here we go. Let me bring this up. And it's all, so it's embossed in that pretty, so you get a little shimmer and you get the raised look with the Blackberry Bliss. So that's my little trick. I know that we used to do that all the time, and I just hadn't done it in a while, and I thought, oh, I'm going to share that. I'm going to share that again. The other thing is the labels that come in this, I'm going to put this on here. These are the 3 labels that come with the Paper Pumpkin Kit for July. And guess what? They match one of the our die sets that I have said all along is one of those standalone die sets. It's the Tasteful Labels dies. So here it is. So here is this one. This one goes here. This one goes here. And this one goes here. Ta-da! So when you're using up the back piece of this, that's what I'm saying. You can use your Tasteful Label dies. You can have the same shapes that you had. You could use any dies, but it's kind of cool that they used shapes that we have a die set for. So I was happy about that. And then, so what's cool about these dies is that it's $31 for the die set. There's 10 dies in here, okay? And they have different textures. So they have, let's see here. So we have 2 of them that are scalloped. These 2 circles have a scalloped look. Let's see here. So I think, can you see that on the black? They kind of have a scalloped edge. That's really pretty. And what is really cool is that scalloped edge matches our in color ribbon. So it just kind of gives the same look. I like matchy-matchy. I like matching it up. So that little scalloped edge kind of goes with the scalloped edge on our in color ribbons. All right, so we have 4 of them that are stitched. So you get a tag that's stitched, and the 4 pieces that are stitched, 2 pieces that are scalloped, and 4 pieces that have a groove in them. They have a ridge, like, so they're kind of framed in. So what I like about the framing, I don't know that you'll be able to see that. Can you see that little bit of an edge there all the way around? What I like is you can take these and dauber it, use a dauber, and put color on the edge that it'll make it look like there's a layer there without having a layer. So let me see if I can show you that. Let's see here. Blackberry Bliss is in our regals. This is how I keep my, all of my, my daubers. So I have a dauber for every color, of course. Let's find my Blackberry Bliss here. Blackberry Bliss right here. Okay, I'll open this up, and it gives the illusion. It gives the illusion of a layer. So if I take my dauber and I just kind of go along that edge right up to that little bump in there, it really looks like, and I've done this on cards in class where people are looking for the paper. It's like, where's the paper for the layer? No, it's not. It's just embossed, and you get that feathered kind of controlled edge so that, you know, you can get the look of having paper but not an extra piece. Ta-da! So that's my little, doesn't it look like it's edged? Let's see here if I can put it on a different color, maybe you can see it. So that's the deal. So I love these Tasteful Label dies, standalone thing. They come, they come bundled. You can get them bundled on page 124 of the annual catalog. They come bundled with this stamp set, Tasteful Touches. And you can tell that they have what is made to go in there. When you see an area that's gray like this, that means that there is a die that matches that shape. So when you're looking through, if you're, here we have circle dies, square dies. When they're gray like that, that means there's a die that matches up that shape with that shape. So the set is wonderful. Love the set too. But these dies are standalone. If you're not a fan of the set, that's okay. You're going to need these dies. They are on page 124, 179. You can look at the dies. They're $31. You can buy it in a bundle for $48.50. So that's it. That's what I have for you today. That's my tip. We have some embossing tips, some die tips. This is a huge recommendation that everybody should have these Tasteful Label dies. I love them. They are really great. And I hope you enjoyed the Paper Pumpkin remakes. So let's bring a couple of them out here and hope I get one good picture here. I always wait to see what picture is going to show up on my, there we go, on my, I have to get one of these out. What picture is going to show up on my, when I put it onto YouTube. So it's like, okay, here's a great picture. Please, YouTube, take a fast picture of this for my little, I don't know how to change up the picture. So there we go. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh, Cindy got hers yesterday in the mail. I know they were a little bit late for some people coming out, but look you have all weekend. And it's a great set. Oh, I was going to show you all the stuff I have left over too. So I have all this stuff left over yet. All these pages of punch outs. I have 3, like, where most of them are left. All these punch outs I have left, the jars I have left, stars I have left, and I made that many cards. So this kit is extremely generous and goes well with your with the Paper Pumpkin kit, the add-on kit. Cut your paper up and use that. Get those dies. You can duplicate the whole thing. So lots of fun. Now, if I was doing that invite like I showed you, I would put that on my Stamparatus so that you can line it all up. The Stamparatus has a, hi Linda, the Stamparatus has a nice grid on the plates so you can make sure that all your little words are all lined up. And if you're gonna have a party, you're gonna need a number of those things. You're gonna wanna put that on the Stamparatus. So that's it. Okay, now it's time to go out and have a fish fry. 2:22, that was super fast. I showed you a ton of cards in that little bit of time. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Please share my video. That's how I get around town, and I would appreciate that. That helps my business, and I appreciate that. Chat with me, whether you're watching it now or you're watching it later. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I would love to know what else you would like to see, if there's something else. And that's it. Y'all be kind. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And thank you so much for joining. Yep. Oh, you'll have to watch the rerun. Yep. I'm on reruns every night, all the time. I'll put it on. So it'll be on the stampingjourney.com, my blog, and then it's also on Cheryl's Stamping Journey YouTube channel. So, yay! All right. Thank you all. Take care. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.